What's good guys, it's Lewis here from the Lemon Frog Fitness Company, and today I'm back with another video, this time talking about why I'm doing an aggressive calorie deficit and whether it's something that you should be doing or whether you'd be better suited to a less aggressive calorie deficit and more prolonged dieting period. Now firstly, why I'm doing this is because I like to get in and get out as quick as I can. A lot of people talk about sustainability and you should be able to sustain weight loss and fat loss and all those things, which yes are true to a certain degree, but by definition weight loss and fat loss isn't sustainable. If you sustained it, you'd die, you'd starve. That's what starvation is, prolonged fat loss and weight loss. So we're not looking to do that. What we're actually looking to do is get to a body fat percentage or a body composition that we feel comfortable, confident and happy with, and then maintain it from there. We're not looking to sustain fat loss, we're just looking to get to the place where we're happy and then maintain. Maintenance here is the goal. So the reason why I prefer to do an aggressive approach is because, I just want to get in, get out as quick as I possibly can. You can compare this to robbing a bank. Like if you was going to go rob a bank, what you'd be looking to do is get in, get as much money out as you quickly as possibly can, and then get back out again. You don't want to be waiting around. And that's the same with what I like to do with my fat loss. I don't want to be in a little calorie deficit, spreading it over a number of months. I want to get in, get as much body fat off of me as I can, and then get back to maintenance calories or even a calorie surplus where I can optimally build muscle. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So my ultimate goal is to build more muscle mass. When it comes to that, you have to be in a calorie surplus, which means gaining a little bit of body fat. Now, where I'm currently at the moment, I don't want to be having more body fat than I currently have. I don't feel comfortable at that level of body fat. So what I'm looking to do is get rid of all that body fat as quickly as I possibly can, because at this period, I'm not going to be maintaining any muscle mass. So I don't want to prolong this over a long time because my ultimate goal is to build muscle. So I need to get back to that as quickly as I can. So with this aggressive approach, what I'm then able to do is get the body fat off as quickly as I can, looking for about 5 to 6 weeks in this period. Then I'm going to go back into a calorie surplus where I can optimally build muscle mass. Again, it's just trying to get back to that building muscle mass phase as quickly as I can. Maybe for you, it's to get to the maintenance possible as quickly as you can, because who wants to be dieting for a long period of time? We want to be able to get to that place where we're happy and then maintain it there. When we get to that place, we do have more flexibility with our calories. You're not having to stay on this aggressive calorie deficit for a long period of time. You just get there, stay there, and then have that calories slightly higher. Now, like I said, I want to help you determine whether this is something that you should be doing or something that's going to be beneficial for you, at least being in this aggressive calorie deficit, or whether you be suited to a less aggressive calorie deficit over a prolonged period of time. So there's going to be a few things that I'm going to run through, some questions that you can ask yourself to help you determine what's going to be best for you. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for when we're dieting. We're looking for what's best for you, not Sally or Sandra down the road. What's best for you and is going to help you get to where you want to be. So firstly, when we're in an aggressive calorie deficit, it is a lot stricter and less flexibility. Are you someone that deals with that well, or someone who actually needs that flexibility day to day? Are you someone that does well under structure, routine, and a little bit of strictness? Because if so, again, aggressive calorie deficit will be something that favors you. If, when you have a more structured plan, you're a little bit more stricter with yourself, you find that easier to stay compliant, then again, this is going to be great for you because you can just get your head down, focus on the calorie deficit, get that body fat off as quick as you can, and then get to that place where you want to be able to maintain a new confident level of body fat and happiness. If you prefer to have more flexibility and that's not something that works with you because you end up having too many cravings, you find it too hard to stick to, you feel too restricted, then again, a slower prolonged period of fat loss is going to be better for you, because having that slightly less aggressive calorie deficit means you've got more flexibility in your diet. When you're in this aggressive calorie deficit, you don't have many calories to play around with at all. So the last thing you want to be doing is having things like chocolate, sweets, cake, alcohol, whatever it is in these calories. Because if you choose these foods, you're going to be hungry for the rest of the day because you're going to use up your calories very, very quickly. Whereas what I've been doing, which you can see on my previous video, is that I'm choosing foods that are keeping me full and satiated throughout the day. I'm not having much flexibility with these more treat foods, if you will, where I'm having like chocolate throughout the day, cake or anything like that. The foods I choose are a lot lower in calories and a lot bigger in volume to help fill me up and keep me full while I'm on these lower calories. If you prefer to have that more flexibility, then that's fine. You can go for the prolonged period of a less aggressive calorie deficit because you can fit those foods in a lot more easier. I mean, it's a lot easier to fit in 300 calories of chocolate when you're eating 1800 calories as opposed to when you're eating 1200 calories. It's going to be a lot different, so what you need to do is make sure you're making the right decisions throughout the day. Secondly, are you someone that needs to see change all the time, week in, week out? And if you don't see that change, you become disheartened. You feel like you're a failure and you throw the towel in and then just revert back to old eating habits. If that is you, then again, this more aggressive approach may be better suited to you, simply because you're much more likely to see continuous results week in, week out. Of course, there may be some weeks where that doesn't happen, but more than likely, when you're in that aggressive calorie deficit, you're going to see results every single week because you've placed yourself in such a deficit. You're going to be losing weight, you're going to be losing body fat, you're going to see the physical changes in the mirror and the photos. So that's going to be better suited to you. And lastly, do you have good eating habits right now? If you're someone that doesn't have like good eating habits, a good eating routine, then the aggressive approach may not be for you either. Simply because if you're at this starting point right now where you're unhappy and you feel overweight, and then you jump on this aggressive calorie deficit to lose all this weight, that's great. But what happens when you get to this point when you've lost that weight? If you don't have any good eating habits and routines here, then chances are you're going to bounce back here because you return to your normal way of eating. Now, if you get down to this point and you've got good eating habits, you've got good routines, then you're more likely going to be able to maintain it here and stay there for the rest of your life or however long you want to do it for. Whereas again, if you don't have those habits, chances are you may bounce back here. Now, if you have a coach working with you, then that's different. You can still do this aggressive calorie deficit because once you get to this point, they can coach you and supply you with the knowledge and information you need to be able to sustain that weight. If you're going at it alone and you don't have much education, knowledge, and again, those habits around that eating routine, then this approach may not be best for you. At the end of the day, what we're looking to do is find what works best for you. What works best for you is the thing that you need to be doing, regardless of what anyone else says, because you need to find the weight loss journey that's going to suit your needs best, your goals best, and keep you happy throughout that period of time. Now, if you have any more questions on this aggressive dieting phase or even the less aggressive approach and you want to know more information, then please feel free to just drop me a message and ask me. I'll be more than happy to help out. But yeah, hopefully this video has been a good insight into aggressive calorie deficits, why I prefer them. I'll keep you going up with my journey and I'll keep you included in how things are going. And yeah, just hopefully, you found this video helpful or at least educational in any way. If you're new to this channel, then please like and subscribe. If you subscribe, then you'll see these more upcoming videos that I'm going to be doing on nutrition and training and providing as much education as I can to you. But yeah, I just want to say thanks again for stopping in, and I really hope that you did get something out of this video.